Hey team, we're here for chest and triceps. We've got a good amount of cardio integrated as well as core work. I'm going to go over the exercise list and what you'll need. I will say bands / cable fly are optional today. If you're taking this workout to the gym with you, you will want to set up a dual cable fly situation. You could also use dumbbells. I'll be using dumbbells today. Let's see, do I have, okay, I got 110, should I find my other 10? You'll definitely need something on the lighter side for tricep work, or standing fly if you are using dumbbells. I do have an alternative as well for banded hip turns. So I'll be setting that up loaded on like a low piece of equipment or hooked around a piece of furniture. Starting low is fine. You do that at the gym with cables, but you can also take advantage of weighted stability balls for that move. I prefer that way when given the opportunity. If you're at home, you don't want to dent your walls, no worries. I got your banded option for you there. We've got explosive movements like that coming in at the end, as well as weighted burpees. We've got our dips with knee drives. So we've got a lot of like combo type movements. We've got single arm kickbacks, which you have the option to be on a bench stabilized, or you could go from the floor. On a lower bench is another option. I want you to have push-up progressions ready. So feet on top of either a shallow bench or a plate that you're gonna load on your back. Push-up progressions for those that are at that level. We're working with a 6 to 8 rep range. If you're not at that level and we're working on stringing more regular push-ups together, just have your modifications ready and work on regular push-ups for an 8 to 10 rep range instead. All right, so this workout's gonna be obviously all level friendly, as well as in-home or gym friendly, okay? You're gonna have options for everything. I did my warm-up and stretching. Make sure you pause this, get your 5 to 10 minute dynamic warm-up / stretching so that you're ready to go. I'm gonna set up music, get my bands, and that'll be that. Is music coming? Okay, is coming. All right, superset number one, or actually it's just a standalone for exercise number one is gonna be our weighted push-ups or push-up progressions. So like I said, feet on top of a shallow bench, mid-level bench, or your plate, 6 to 8 reps, or your 8 to 10 reps for regular. But let me get my fan so that we are set up. Okay, I have my light resistance band as well as a heavier resistance band. Got my lighter weights. I think we are good to go. All right, so for the first set for me, I'm gonna go feet elevated, slight elevation, just to get my form right, just to understand how that extra weight feels. If you're on an angle only, that's still, you're fighting gravity on that angle, okay? So that can absolutely be the one and only progression for you, okay? So let's go set number one to kind of test things out, see exactly how you want to progress and how you plan on making more progressions as we move through. This is 4 sets, by the way, 4 sets. So if you didn't know, now you know. Here we go. Take your time to get your form as excellent as it can possibly be so that you're comfortable making the right progressions. So now that we've got our form right, again, talking points. With push-ups, you want to make sure your hand placement becomes very important in push-ups. So yes, we want wrists directly below the shoulders and not below the shoulders and out here. Okay, because when we're out here, that's where we're going to put highly unnecessary strain on the shoulders. We're going to be working our outer chest for sure in our flies. There's no reason to put extra pressure on the outer and upper chest. So we want to work the big part of our chest in our push-ups and in our chest presses. So the way we're going to do that is by keeping everything in a straight line. Wrists directly below the shoulders. We're not too wide, we're also not too close. We're not doing tricep push-ups. We're going to tilt those fingertips slightly in to create that bow and arrow type angle, okay? I'm talking elbows, 45 degrees, not 90. We're not doing chicken arms. We're not going tricep push-ups. We're going somewhere in the middle. So like a 45-degree angle or a bow and arrow, if that helps you as a visual. If you're throwing a plate on, have a partner, or just take the unsexy route like I'm taking. Make sure you're not jacking up your shoulder. Oh, trying to throw that plate on. Now, bonus points if you are getting the plate on two points. All right, so your plate can hit the low back, it can hit the top of your butt. And if you are focused on keeping your angles right and your body in a straight line, you're gonna hopefully keep this plate here exactly where it needs to be. This is a twofold focus. Get your form absolutely right and make that progression. Boom. All right, 2 down, 2 to go. Pray for me to keep that up 2 more rounds. I think I can do it. Now listen, you're not sure? Start with a 5-pound plate. You know what I mean? Just kick it off nice and light. But if you got that 5-pound plate on, you're easily doing 8 reps. I want you stretching it, okay? So that's the first area of focus, is to stretch your reps to get to failure. If you're getting 8, 9, and 10 and you're not reaching failure, that's when you can throw on a 10-pound plate, a 20-pound plate. This is 25 pounds. And then bring your reps down accordingly. Set number 3. Oh, literally no graceful way to do that. Having a partner for this workout is ideal. It's not necessary, it's not mandatory. It's ideal. All right, one more set. Now, if you thought push-ups did not involve the core, go ahead and add some weight to your push-ups. And you'll be feeling very, very differently. A lot of times when you do push-ups after core work, that's really where you feel that recruitment of the core muscles, but you've got no choice but to engage that core strength in that high plank position with your weight so that you're not arching that low back and you're not dipping. That's going to take recruitment of the core muscles to stabilize and keep your back nice and level, keep you in a straight line. So If you didn't think push-ups also involved the core, it's partially why we call it a compound lift. We're using triceps a little bit, we're using shoulders a little bit, not a lot, hopefully. You're using the core a little bit. You're even tightening the quads, whether you realize it or not. When you're doing a body weight exercise like this, you're recruiting a lot more muscles than you think, okay? That's really where you see a ton of benefit. And if you're still working on form, we're not throwing any weight on just yet. No judgment. The last thing you want to do is judge your fitness level because you're comparing your day 1 to somebody else's day 366. Like, that's never a fair comparison. So don't do it. Stop doing it. Do you? Where's your challenge? Focus on that. Last rep should feel like a struggle. Struggle, struggle, bust. We did it though. Got it done. We did it. We're going to move to our single arm kickbacks. Couple different options. Option number 1. Let's see. How do I want to do this? So if I wanted to go core stabilizers and exactly 1 knee up, then I need to go, okay, yeah. So, knee down, if you want to get the core and glutes involved, you're working the same side as you have your bent knee down. Your other option is to just single arm kneeling, okay? If you want to get the core and glutes involved, make a little progression. Send that right leg back as we work the left side. So what you do on one side, you must mimic on the other, obviously. So we can take a basic move like this and work on recruiting our stabilizers. We're not making chest and tri full body by any means. We're just adding that little bonus challenge. It's like, hey, am I up for this challenge? Let's just see. Let's flirt with that challenge and let's just see. Eight to 12 is your rep range, if I didn't mention it. I love adding this type of progression because I can feel when my muscles start to fatigue. That's where I'm going to rely on my core strength the most. I'm going right into the next set because we have a natural recovery. Tempo is important. Don't get lazy with the core. Now, I know it didn't feel necessarily in that first set like, well, it doesn't feel like I'm really doing anything with the core and the glutes. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Last set, by the way. Try not to rush lift. Don't speed through this. Be intentional. It feels very, very, very different when you're intentional than when you were rushing, speed lifting. We've all been there. Somebody reached out to me, forget when it was, and said, you know what, I used to measure the success of every workout by my level of sweat, my calories burned, if I was out of breath or not. Now, I measure it by the fatigue of my muscles. How was the quality of my movement? Did I train close to failure in that muscle group? That is training with intention versus working out for the wrong reasons. Working out to burn calories, working out to exhaust your body, working out to expend extra energy versus working out to build a body that you're proud of, a body that you're confident in. Seated chest fly. Now we've got a couple options, y'all. We can go seated chest fly or a lying chest fly, which I think I'm going to take a lying chest fly, but this is what a seated would look like. Boom. Coming up on that angle, which you could also achieve via cables at the gym. Just boom, coming up together, closing in that chest. Or you take the lying chest fly approach. Rep range 8 to 10. Good. Now I find this position more challenging because you're fighting gravity more. We're going to superset that move with our overhead tricep extensions. Seated, standing, kneeling. Doesn't matter. 8 to 10 is the rep range. Get to failure. It doesn't matter if you're using light weights, a heavy weight. Good. All right, we've got 2 more sets, and then we move to our 3-minute AMRAP finisher. Get to failure. So good. Quick little sip of water, quick little breather. Shake it out, take some recovery. All right, so what we got is our last set, and then I'm gonna explain the 3-minute AMRAP and get my timer. So we've got 8 reps of everything, 8 weighted burpees, followed by 8 hip turns. All right, so that's that boom, or your weighted ball toss if you're at the gym. And then 8 per side. And then we've got 8 dips with a knee drive. 3-minute running clock. A lot of power moves. We love power moves. We love training like an athlete, any age. Doesn't matter. I don't care if you've never stepped on the field in your life. You're never too old to train like an athlete and to think like one, especially. There's no rule that says you've got to be glued to the same amount of reps, the same weights for all 3 sets. I would love if you made progressions in some form. Go a little bit heavier. Whew, triceps will get you every single time. I'm gonna get some room in my space for these weighted burpees. Take a second to test out your hip drive and what resistance level is best for you. All right, perfect. Weighted burpee. I'm looking for chest to ground. Quick little demo. Boom, boom, push up, boom. Add a weighted jump. To modify, eliminate the jump or eliminate the weight. 8 of everything, 3-minute running clock. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Power move into the next power move. We are 1 minute, 10 seconds in. Create that power in the hip turn. Dips. Halfway there. Minute 20 to go. Let's check the time. What we got? 38 seconds. Twenty seconds remaining. Good for 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Chest, triceps, little core, little cardio. Unofficial core and cardio. Way to show up, way to kick off your week with something hard, challenging, intentional. Way to focus. Go slay the rest of your day. And I'll see you next time.